Hey everyone, today we are taking a look at iOS 26. It's finally here, and in this video I will walk you through what's new, what's changed, and how it actually feels to use on a daily basis. No fancy marketing talk, just a straightforward look to the Apple latest update, so you can decide if it's worth installing right away or if you should wait. Yes guys, you heard it right. We will see whether there are some glitches or it's smooth. Stay tuned till last. I will describe you each and every part of iOS 26. The very first update in iOS 26 is I have been trying out a new spatial lock screen wallpaper, and honestly it's a nice little upgrade. The depth effect is subtle. You notice it when you tilt your phone and it does make the lock screen feel a bit more alive. It is not a game changer. If you like wallpapers that have something motions, you will probably like it. You can actually adjust the length of the clock, making it fit better with the depth effect. It's a small detail, but it adds a bit of customization. You can simply drag holding the corner of the clock and you can adjust accordingly. One thing I noticed in iOS 26 is how the lock screen turns into a full music player when you are listening on Spotify or Apple Music, and you can still check notification by swiping up. Once you close the music app completely, it goes back to your regular lock screen. It is simple but makes controlling your music a lot more seamlessly. Another major update in iOS 26 is Apple has added some of the new icon customization option. By default, the icons have a slightly glassy effects, but you can adjust the things like hue and switch between dark or light style. It looks pretty clean. The only issue I ran into was with the tinted icons. After applying them, a few apps stopped loading properly, and even when I switched back to the normal style, the glitch was still there. It's a neat feature, but it definitely needs some fixes to work smoothly. Another tiny and small change to the navigation. Instead of swiping only from the left edge to go back on the previous iOS, now you can swipe from the center of the screen as well. It makes one-handed user a bit easier. And the most important and will be much handy tool right now in iOS 26 is when you take a screenshot, you can tap the thumbnail to open it in the full screen preview. From there, you still have a user edit and share options. It works fast, but gestures can feel a little too sensitive at a time. Overall, it's a small but handy additions for quickly looking things up right from the screenshot. There's also option to share a screenshot directly to ChatGPT, and it works really quick. It analyzes the questions and content of the screenshot and give answer. In order to enable these features, you have to go to the screen capture settings, and here you can see full screen preview, so you can enable it from here. And one thing to notice, all the toggles menus are now a little bit glassy kind of design, which makes iOS 26 to stand out from other iOS version. Another is if you set the clock in a stretched mode, swiping up the notification center makes it smoothly shrink down. A small animation, but it gives the lock screen a polished feel. And in the Photos app, it is split into two main sections or two main views. The library shows all your images in one place, while the collection sections organize them into different folders. It feels more structured than before and makes finding photos a lot easier. And in the camera app, the camera modes are neatly arranged as swipeable buttons, creating a cleaner interface. Swiping up on any modes reveals its additional features with smooth animations, making the camera easier and more initiative to navigate. Right now, it is not fully polished because there are some lags as well, and which is draining the battery more and more. And if you are using iPhone 16 series, the camera buttons can have its functionality changed to work with the camera. You can rearrange the order of the features like zoom or exposure and turn it on and off. You can use it for multiple camera features. You can choose which feature to use first and which to use later. For example, when you swipe the camera button, it will behave accordingly. It will behave according to the features you set first, like zoom or exposure, and you can maintain that order. That's an amazing thing. Basically, in iOS 26, Apple is trying to make the things like transparent and making it like a glassy kind of effects. I always have thought it might cause a readable issue, but it doesn't. Even with the glassy and transparent effect, the notifications text is still very easy to read. In this update, iOS 26 let you see detailed battery uses, including how much power each app and system's activity consumes, helping you manage energy more efficiently. It also introduced an adaptive power mode, which is very essential tool for now, which learn your battery uses over 7 days to optimize the battery life by dimming the screen, limiting the background activity, and enabling the low power mode at 20% when you hit that 20% limit. I think this is one of the most essential features to enable right now. The update has lots of bugs, some of which may be causing the battery drain. Enabling this feature helps to create a balance, improving the battery performance for now, which is a good solution until the bugs are fixed. From my experience, iOS 26 feels cleaner and more organized. The new camera control, glassy notification design, and battery management features like adaptive power mode really makes phone easier to use day to day. Sure, there are some bugs and glitches with this update, but overall it is noticeable improvement. Enabling the key feature now makes the experience smoother, and I think it's definitely worth exploring. And thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates.